Hi everyone, welcome back. This is Tuplex. I'm on my way back to the uranium mine. I'm making some pump jacks so that we can set up an oil depot as well. I have made 2 centrifuges so that we can start processing uranium. I didn't make more because they require a lot of advanced circuits, and as you know, our advanced circuits are kind of running low right now. So we'll start with 2 and then we'll expand it once we get more circuits being made. And then I've also made 2 artillery turrets. I've made the targeting remote, which I'm not quite sure how to use yet. I guess we'll have to play with it. And I made 5 artillery shells. Now, these artillery shells are rather expensive. They take 4 cannon shells, which take steel, plastic, and explosives, a radar plus 8 explosives, and they don't stack. You can see there the stack size is 1. So I have 5 of those, but I can see that we'll have to automate the production of those artillery shells if we're going to use them in any significant numbers, which I hope to do. So let's set one up and see how it works. Now, I have heard that when this thing fires, it will draw aggro from whatever it shoots. So I'm going to set up a few turrets here so that if the biters come after us after this thing fires, we'll have some defenses already. So let's load one and see what happens. Nice. So it took that one out. Let's load up a couple more. That's beautiful. Yeah, so the biters come running. This thing apparently only shoots the nests and not the biters themselves. And there's still some stuff up there, which I imagine are worms. And that's fine. We don't care if those get destroyed or not because they can't move. And they don't pose any threat to us. Oh, okay. No, actually, there's nothing left. I guess they weren't worms. I don't know if that thing would shoot worms or not. Now, that was the auto fire. Now, the targeted fire, I think, can shoot a lot farther. So let's see if we can target. I don't know. Do I really want to target that if I can't destroy the whole thing? I don't think I do. I'll wait till we have some more ammo and then we'll try the targeted fire method. So that is great. I think that's going to make it very nice and easy to take care of biters. I'm excited about that. Another change I made is here on this uranium train. I actually screwed this up. I wanted to set this so that when it goes back to the main base, it waits for 5 seconds of inactivity and it will only leave if we have at least 1 full sulfuric acid barrel. But I put that condition in the wrong one, so let me remove that, then it'll leave. So that way the thing doesn't just keep going around in a loop if it's not bringing anything to the base. Okay, so let's get started with uranium processing. And I think what I'll do, rather than having the uranium come down the middle, I think I'd rather have the output go down the middle. All right, so what we're going to do is we'll have a belt come down here like this, and I'll set one of these on each side, and we're going to set the recipe on these to uranium processing. That's all that we can do right now. Later on, we'll have more recipes available to us after we do the research. All right, but for now, we'll just split these off like this. Now we can see this takes 10 seconds and 10 uranium ore, so we can use the yellow inserter in on both sides. And we get one of two outputs. We either get 99.3% probability that we're going to get the uranium-238, I believe. I can't tell. 238, 235. It's hard for me to remember which is which. But in any case, the dark one, which is the one that you can't make fuel cells from, you have a 99.3% chance to get that, and you have a 0.7% chance to get this lighter one, which I can't remember which one it is. We'll find out here in a minute. And that is the one that you can use to make fuel cells. So that's the one that we want. And that's the reason why we want to start making this stuff fairly early on. I just had a turret engage. I'm not sure where it was. But yeah, I'm going to start making ammo for these cannons so that we can clear these bases out around the perimeter of the base. Yeah, so I don't recall which is which, but we'll find out here shortly as soon as we get this process started. And the reason I want to get this started now is because the sooner we start processing this stuff, the sooner we're going to get enough of the good uranium that we can start to make the Covarex processing operation, which will allow us to make a lot more of that stuff. Okay. All right, yeah, so uranium-238 is the dark one. Uranium-235 is the light-colored one. That's the one that we're really interested in. But it gets produced very rarely. So the sooner we get this process started, the sooner we'll have a lot of those collected. Okay. So for now, what we'll do is we'll just start collecting these in chests. Let me make a few steel chests. Oops. I'll just put 2 on each side here. That'll be enough for now. Alright, so these will start to build up there, and we're just going to let this run for a while. And it looks like we have enough, there's enough acid and ore here to keep those busy for a while, and actually have a couple barrels here that we can get rid of. These won't get inserted into my train because all my slots are filtered, so. Alright. So that's that. Next order of business is an oil outpost. And I'm thinking that this is probably close enough that we could pipe it over here and just have another station over here to load the oil. Let's see if, let's see if we can do that. It could be as close as this, but let's move it over one more so that we have things spaced in 2s. By that I mean we have 4 track sections of space in between. 2 is the standard width. Let's go one more. There we go. And then this can join up with the main line there. Yep. Okay, and then we just put a couple of chain signals rather. Put our station, and we'll call this oil 1. And we'll label this field with the number 1. Okay, and I have a train all ready to go with a fluid wagon. Now, another recent change to the game is that the fluid wagons now will only hold 25,000 instead of 75, as they did previously. So that's the equivalent of one storage tank. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make 2 spaces, and I'm going to plop down 2 storage tanks. So that way we always have enough for at least 1 train. And we'll hook up 2 pumps. Oh, are you kidding me? That's a bummer. I'm like 1 space too far to get these power poles to reach. Okay, and I'm just gonna steal some fuel from this train to get this one started. As for the color, let me check what color my oil train needs to be. Let's see, oil. Green 50, blue 30. Green 50, blue 30. Okay. I don't know if that's really oil colored, but we'll go with that. I think that's the color of an oil barrel. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good enough, as long as it's consistent. All right. So let's go set up some pump jacks. And what we can do is we can start by drawing power from there. I don't like this connecting to both things, so I'm going to disconnect it. And we can do that just by running a copper cable. Okay. So we'll get some power over. I have 10 pump jacks. That should be enough for now. There's a gazillion oil patches over here, as you can see, but we'll start with 10 and build up from there. So let's consider this to be like the center of the patch. So I'll just do like 5 on each side. Right, and then what we can do is run a straight pipe down the middle, and then these all connect to that. Okay, we got another level of worker upgrades. So more robot speed is going to require space science. Do I have any more cargo size? No. Okay, so that's as far as we can get on robots for now. Let's do some more mining productivity. That's always good to have. Okay, so those are all hooked up. And then on this end, we will put another tank and another pump. And then let's power these. Try to use as few power poles as possible. And just because of the way that I am, I try to have them all spaced in straight lines and everything. It's really difficult to live your life this way, but it has its rewards. Can I do that? No. Okay, well, I'll have to break the pattern there. Okay, I'll put one light. I should probably have at least a couple of turrets out here. I'll put one there. And one there. And I'll give those half a stack each. Okay. Yeah, and I should probably put a radar here as well. Put it right there. There we go. All right, that's done. Oh, I'm forgetting something important, aren't I? It would help if we brought this oil over to the train station. Otherwise, we won't get very far with it. I hope I have enough pipe with me. I think I may run low. Yep, I am out. Okay, looks like I can make enough to keep this going. There we go. Okay, wonderful. All right, so we are now filling that train, so we can set up the schedule. We'll tell it to go to oil 1 until full. And then we'll tell it to go to main oil until empty. And switch to automatic. There we go. Okay, so let's head back to the base and we'll hook up that oil to the other end, and that should help us start getting more sulfuric acid out here. Now if we take a quick look over here, yeah, these tanks are filling up fast. I think that the 10 pump jacks is more than enough right now. Later on, those wells will start to deplete. We'll need to add more, but for now, that's good. And we can see that we don't have any uranium-235 yet, but I do have over 100 uranium-238 now, so statistically, we're due for one any minute now. But again, we'll let that continue to run, and we'll make some more centrifuges to get that process moving faster as soon as we have some more red circuits available. Okay, so now on this end, it's quite simple. Let me make another tank. This is basically going to be the opposite of what we had at the loading station. We'll have 2 pumps. Actually, I don't know if that second pump is actually... Okay. Looks like I have to have these 2 pumps separated by 1 space in order for them to work. Well, so be it. As you can see, it empties out extremely quickly. And then I'll just join these together here. And then this is our main crude oil line, so it's a simple matter of just tapping into that. And actually, we should have another pump right there. we can watch these tanks drain out very quickly. But that's because we've been short on oil for a while. I think once we get a few trips from the train, things over here should start improving. Okay. Yeah, so now we can see that all the refineries are running, which is great. We've got some more acid flowing, though not nearly enough. It'll probably take a little while for that to get caught up. Okay, it looks like, did we just get another delivery? Yeah, I think we did. Yeah, there's the train heading back. Yeah, and these tanks are full again. So this train is going to be busy for a while. And so let's make sure it fills up again. I think I'm going to have to change the configuration of these two pumps. Yeah, it's only using one right now. But I won't be able to... Yeah. You know, I think one pump is enough. I'll just go and remove the other one. I'll remove the second one. In fact, I think we'll do that here as well. I'm going to empty out this tank. So I can remove it, and then I'll just plug another tank here. We'll make this better. So let me empty this, disconnect this one so that we use this one up first. What I'd like to do is have the pump attached directly to the tank rather than through a pipe first. It'll move fluids faster that way. But I don't want to pick up this tank until it's empty, because that'll just waste oil. And that would be bad. So this is emptying out fairly quickly. It should be ready in a second. Let's take a look at our acid situation. Yeah, we're still using it as fast as we can make it. But it appears to be running at pretty much full speed. We're getting more plastic now. Petroleum tank is still pretty much empty. This will probably take a while before we get back up to the speed that we want. And we might need to add more capacity as well. We could start modulating this stuff. That'll help a lot. Okay. Alright, this tank is empty now. So we'll go ahead and remove all of that. So I'll put the second tank right there. Right, and then we'll put the pump. I guess we could put it right here. We'll have to move that power pole. There. All right. So let's go back. Actually, let's extend this path down here. Yeah, I think this iron mine is pretty much depleted. There's only a couple thousand left. And then we'll be able to add more red circuit production. All right, nice. Yeah, so I'm going to go back and remove the other pump So we'll just use one pump on each end. I think that's going to be plenty for us. So I'll go back to Uranium 1 and do that. And then I will see you in the next episode. Thanks again for watching. As always, let me know your thoughts and suggestions. I'd love to hear from you. And I'll see you next time. Take care now. Bye-bye.